What's the word? What's the word? Every day in Chicago, Mr. LaCraig. And today we got a special guest. Let me get on. She should be on shortly, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse the technical difficulties. I'm trying to get everything together. This is gonna be a nice interview. It's gonna be real smooth, to the point. How y'all feeling though? I need y'all to get on here. I need y'all to come on. I wonder if y'all can hear me. I got my earpods on. Come on, God. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is it working? Did it work?
You gonna hate me. It's still showing your screen black, but that's okay. That's okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't need to be able to see you to talk to you.
That's crazy as hell. I hate that. I was like, we can go live on your page. I don't mind it.
Yeah, well, you
Damn.
chat with me. This is cool too, though.
Sure. Oh, I had put on some nice clothes.
See, I think it's probably just me who can't see you. Because when I sent you the screenshot from the last live, like as soon as I unjoined, you popped back on the screen. So I don't know how that happened.
I can see you bright and clear, loud and clear. That's crazy. I swear. It ain't no video button. I know you're good at the Zoom stuff. You can probably spot that video audio button.
Let me see. Maybe if I turn my Wi-Fi on, maybe that
Yeah, definitely. Yo. Oh, I wish you would have been said.
because my Wi-Fi spotty, so I don't be trying to use it.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I just turned. Yeah, I just turned.
Uh-oh.
And now it's not showing me. That's weird.
You can see me?
Yeah, but now I can't see myself. That is
I can't see
so
you
weird.
either. It's like you still trying to join. Let me see, should I press? Give us a second, y'all. We trying to work some stuff out.
All right, so I'm cool just continuing as is. I don't know why it won't let me see both of us at the same time.
What? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna make sure you. What's crazy is once we hop off this live, you gonna see it like it was regular, like nothing ever happened. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, but it's cool
Oh,
though. It's cool.
you sure? All
Yeah.
right. All right, we're gonna get into it, y'all. What's the word? Every day in Chicago with Mr. LeCraig. And today we got an amazing special guest. I'm gonna give you the introduction of a lifetime.
Oh, thank you.
This lady is a 23-time award-winning businesswoman, a media personality, a humanitarian, a former beauty pageant queen. She's been on the cover of Forbes, Business Outstanders, Outstanders, the cover of New York Business, Wall Street Publications, Vogue, TEDx magazine, I think, Yahoo Finance, New York Today, and Billboard Hip Hop. That's hard. But the something that I seen that was funny was you was even in Right On magazine. For a minute, I got mixed up. I thought it was Word Up magazine. I was gonna say Word Up, jealous. But without further ado, y'all, I want y'all to give it up for my girl, Kaylin. No, Dr. Kaylin M. Lawrence. All right. How you doing?
Thank you for that beautiful introduction. It's an honor to be on your podcast. Hello, everybody.
Well, I appreciate you for even giving me the opportunity for real. I did a lot of research on you, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a regular interview," but I'm like, "Hold on." Once I started digging more into you and looking at your accolades and the things you've done for yourself, your community, your city, your state, I'm like, "Hold on, I gotta bring that smoke." Yeah, but I'm sorry. Let me stop asking. Who are you and where you from?
Well, I'm Kaylin, professionally known as Dr. Lawrence, but Kaylin to most people. Like you say, I'm a businesswoman, a media personality. I do a lot of different things. I am from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised South Side my whole life, then moved to the suburbs when I was an adult, and I currently live in the suburbs now. I do a mix of volunteer work as well as, I have a 9 to 5 working in healthcare advocacy and policy. I'm credentialed as a trauma specialist and got my doctorate in counseling. So I just do a whole lot of stuff, but I'm happy to be here to talk to you.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. I haven't really met nobody that wears many hats as you. And those accolades sound so amazing. And I can't say, like, you will be blessed. For real. Yes, ma'am. So, thank you for giving me a little background on who you are, where you from. My second question is, tell me about your journey at the beginning. What was it like when you first started doing what you do, doing what you do? Like, was it hard in the beginning? I'll let you explain. I'll let you go into it.
Well, I've actually been blessed enough to have been in marketing and media since I was 15 years old. So my first job, which was a difficult one to obtain, but I had a retail business internship at the Nordstrom Mall in downtown Chicago.
Mhm.
And for 3 years, they had us doing a bit of everything. So we were contributing to marketing and media and design. We were, you know, helping out with production for runway shows, doing a little bit of modeling. We did some photo shoots. We were doing sales. We were doing stock. Like they really showed us like the whole, like, the whole like side of the business of retail within the luxury fashion industry. So having that be my first job, and in my senior year, I did that and worked at H&M and sales and merchandising and all of that. So with that being my start, and then I had a blog because I started a blog my freshman year of high school. So like with that going hand in hand, I got a lot of experience to lay a good foundation. So by the time I graduated high school, I was able to be a freelance editor and writer for a lot of different entertainment publications, fashion publications, went to a lot of fashion shows and fashion weeks and stuff like that,
That was my
and
next
just
question.
kept
I was
building
gonna ask, what was your first accolade? Not to cut you off. Your first achievement. Do you remember?
within marketing. media or just like major achievement period?
Major achievement period. Yeah.
I would definitely say graduating as valedictorian. That was really hard. Like I look back and I'm like, dang, I still don't know how I managed to graduate first in my class. So I would say that was probably it when I was a
Okay.
teenager.
Okay. Now back to the question the answer we was going to get to. What was your first accolade in marketing and media?
I think that really that first internship set the groundwork for it all, because if I hadn't have had that internship, I wouldn't have had the references or the knowledge to be able to, at like 18 years old. I mean, yeah, I had my blog, but a lot of people had a blog. That internship really set me apart, so that by the time I graduated high school, I was able to pitch myself to be a contributing writer and a contributing editor at all these different publications. So I would definitely say that internship was pivotal in my career.
That's what I was going to say. That's probably the answer to this question right here. I want to ask you, like, what moment, what day in your life was the day that told you this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life? Like, do you remember when you fell in love with the passion for doing what you're doing?
Um, I think that that will probably be at the first Chicago Oscars. So when I won my first like big award for marketing and media was the 2017, I think it was, Chicago Oscars, or the RCCI Academy Awards, and I won for best public relations. And that was because of all the work I was doing, like storytelling and interviewing so many like artists and creatives and entrepreneurs and stuff, not only on my blog but on other publications and stuff that I was an editor at or whatever. So I think at 20, I was 21 when I won that first award. I think being able to earn that really told me, like, okay, I must be on to something here. Like I must really have a gift for this to be able to win this. So once I did that, I was like, I just got to keep going.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's an amazing story on that. For real, I knew you was gonna have a significant, nice story leading up to that. So that's why I made sure I asked you that question. That was one of my favorite questions to ask you. For real.
That was
Okay, our
a
next
good
one is.
question.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I feel special. I got my interview game together.
You do, you do.
All right, the next question is we're gonna get deep. Did you have
Okay.
times where you have times in life on your journey, your career journey, where you felt like giving up?
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time. I've had uh times like that. I would say probably most certainly when financially things get difficult, because having your own business, it's like you got to pay other people, you got to handle the business expenses, you got to hope for the best with having something left over to pay yourself at the end of the day. And it's been a few times where that has happened to me. And I'd say the most pressing was probably during COVID, because like I lost my 9 to 5, and then like I was like having to be so scrappy to get contract work, because like most businesses didn't even have the money to be hiring, freelance services and
Man,
all of
I'm
that.
like,
It was just a hot mess. And I was
like,
just like, wow. I was like, wow, this is so difficult. Like I'm really struggling. And then low key, sometimes I look back like maybe I should have been one of them PPP loan scammer people,
like
because
you ain't
I
want
wasn't.
that.
I wasn't, but maybe I should have been, because that was hard. That was hard.
Man, people got away with that. I swear. But knowing me, if I would have did, I would have been the first one to get locked up, lost my job. So I said, I ain't even gonna
Yeah.
mess with it. I'm not good at scamming. I swear, when I try to put my hand in it, that's when I get in trouble. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? All these people that do this, they don't never go to jail, but I get in trouble.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I feel you know, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm glad I asked you that. What or who keeps you going every day?
Definitely, the who would be, my support system. Shout out to my family, my close friends,
Okay.
who really regularly encourage me and support me. But the what is definitely like my life's purpose. So I'm somebody who's very like community oriented, very much like rooted in I would rather do something that helps a lot of people and that changes people's lives than like focus purely on making the most money. Because I could be working in tech somewhere, like with my skill set. You know, I know a lot of people similar to me and be making double what I'm making now, or at least close to that. But that don't fulfill me, you know. So for me, I would say the what is being able to know that when I leave this earth, whether that's, you know, 10 years from now or 80 years from now or however long I end up living, like I want to be able to say that I tried as hard as I could to really make a difference.
That's what's up. That's very inspirational, especially to me as well. You know what I'm saying? Your words are very good. You know what I'm saying? They sound genuine as well. So that's cool. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, let's go to the next
Thank you.
one. Have you ever failed at anything? Because a lot of people, before you answer that, everybody always look at the accolades and they feel like, oh my God, you don't miss. You got this, you won that, you won that, you won that. I be having to tell people like, you know how much stuff I failed at? Know what I'm saying? So my question is to you is, have you ever attempted something and didn't make the cut?
Yeah, plenty of times. I think the most evident for me Achilles heel that I have is love, honestly. Like in business and in academics, like I'm super strong. Like I can, you know, make sales, I can do good work, I can, you know, win awards, I can do whatever in business. But then when it comes to love, like I don't have that same success. And it's like you would think you like how you was able to get all these degrees and graduate top of your class and blah 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 while balancing a career, how you was able to do all that but you can't maintain a long-term relationship.
Well, we're not
And
gonna
for
talk
me,
about that. That's a sensitive topic, so I wouldn't recommend you talking about it because I won't want you to get emotional about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the crying on here now.
oh no, oh no, I didn't mean like I'm not gonna give like specific stories, but I mean like just generally speaking, I would say that's my biggest Achilles heel or thing that like I'm struggling to find basically. But yeah, I have things all the time that I want but just haven't achieved yet.
Understand? Well, I just want you to know, don't give up that search, and everything gonna be straight.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No
Gotta stay
problem. No
positive.
problem. All the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to see me by me being a comedian, which is good. I get to take my pain and laugh at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to pick on the bright side of things and laugh at it. So that's good. Okay, let's go to the next question. I am so sorry. Uh, what word do you live by?
I think a good one for me is each one reach one. I say that all the time. And basically, that for me just means that if every person took the time out to help one other person, at least, like in life, like us as a community, especially if you're talking about marginalized populations, so minorities, women's, LGBTQIA, disabled folks, or like if you got multiple of those identities, you know, if everybody just take the time to help one other person be their best self, like we would make so much progress. So yeah, each one reach one for me.
Okay, that's a good saying. I'm glad I asked you that. Like that's what's up. Yeah, 'cause I was gonna ask you that. What is it? Yeah. Yeah. Um, you handle a lot of you handle a lot. Like you got a lot of accolades. You wear a lot of hats. You try to balance different things. But I want to ask you, how do you? Is it called debrief? How do you focus on yourself? How do you give? What do you do to get time to yourself? Like, do you cut your phone off? Do you go out of town for 2 days? Like, tell me.
So for me, I'm definitely that person. My phone is always on vibrate. To tell you how much it's on vibrate, I don't even know what my ringtone sound like. I promise you I don't. Like other than like my alarm, I don't have no ringtones on ever. Like I've been like that for so many years. I can't even remember the last time I had my phone not on vibrate. So for me, that's a big thing. And also like going into a lot of apps, like and turning off the notifications. So like for Facebook, I have most of those turned off. For Instagram, most of them turned off. Snapchat, all of that. Even my emails, I have them set to like only notify me once a day. So That's a big thing. And then in terms of like self-care, like I love to get out of the house and do stuff. So whether that's traveling, because I'm a big travel girly, whether that's like going to a show or a play or, whatever, like getting out the house is a big thing for me as an extrovert.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. I had to ask you that because it's like you do so much. Like I always wonder how do you when do you squeeze that time for yourself? So I'm glad you answered that. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. My next question is, how do you run all these businesses and not complain?
I think that again, going back to the support system too, I think that me having done this so long, I've been able to automate a lot of things and really come up with efficient processes. But also, like, for example, in my businesses, my mom is like my main, like, employee, if you will,
Okay.
outside of like other contractors we work with and like the contributing writers for my publications. But like my mom, she's like the managing editor for a lot of my publications. She runs most of my social media, not my Kaylin Lawrence social media, but like my business pages social media. She does a lot of that.
That's cool.
She helps with a lot of like administrative stuff. So her, working with me really is a benefit. And if it wasn't for her being able to do that, like it would be hard to find somebody I trusted enough with that information. You talking about passwords and billing information and access to my emails. Like that's something I would really struggle to trust somebody with. So shout out to her.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, that's good. That's amazing mother daughter duo. That's cool. That's real cool. Shout out to mom for real.
Shout out to
Okay.
her.
Um, most definitely, most definitely. Okay. My, I got about two more questions, about three more questions left. My next question is, do you have any more goals you want to reach? Because it seems like you reached most of them, but I know it's something. I know it's some gas left in the tank.
Oh, for sure. I have quite a few goals, that I want to reach. I would love to be able to get a six-figure 9 to 5. Now that I've finished school, I've, you know, did a lot of work to get all these degrees and build up my resume. I would love to get a 9 to 5 that is six figures by itself. And I'm not too far from that now, but now that I've done all this with school and got all these degrees, that is my next goal so that my 9 to 5 can pay enough to where like I'm good financially and I can then take that extra time like with my business ventures to not to put more emphasis on stuff that I love to do, like doing presentations and teaching and, speaking engagements, without having to be so like geared to like, oh, I got to sell this many PR packages. And I got like, so having a 9 to 5 that by itself would generate six figures for me is my next biggest goal for sure. And hopefully that'll come soon. And then outside of that, I would love to eventually be able to say that the Fresh Faces Project, my nonprofit initiative, that we were able to eventually, no time soon, but be able to say that we helped at least 10,000 people. And then for the holistic healing source for marginalized society, I would love to be able to credential at least 100 professionals within the next 5 years.
Damn, hey, I fully support you, and I think you can get it done for real. You look like you can really, really train a good staff, and with your skills and your knowledge, hell yeah, I would definitely take your class at least while it's free
Thank
before the
you.
price
Thank
go
you.
up. Oh yeah, most definitely, most
Definitely check
definitely.
it out. It's available for free right now.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely check you out. You gotta send me all that information for real, because I'm looking for somebody to run my social medias because having Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, it's not the same for each social media. You got to do different stuff to market and brand and push your videos out. That stuff is not easy,
It's
but it's
not.
fun. It's fun to me though. So I'll be up till midnight doing it. Most definitely,
You
most
right.
definitely. Yeah. So my next question is, what advice do you have for the people, for probably young women who want to grow to be just like you?
Well, firstly, I would say thank you. I'm honored that you would look at me to be a role model because I certainly made quite a few mistakes. But if they wanted to, follow a similar path, career-wise at least, I would say a couple things. And I know this is going to be a controversial take for a lot of people, but I really believe in this, especially if we're talking about low-income minority women. First thing, post-secondary education of some kind. Like, I don't care what your passion is, if you want to go to trade school and be an electrician, or if you want to get a doctorate degree, if you want to, be an accountant, go to college, whatever that looks like, get some kind of piece of paper after high school that's going to guarantee you a steady job to fund your dreams.
Okay.
So even if your dream long term is, oh, I want to open a fashion modeling agency and have all these clients, while you young, before you have a lot of responsibilities, go on and get some post-secondary education, something that's going to get you a stable job to fund that dream. Because for me, what really helped me over the years is the fact that I did go straight after high school, get a degree. I was able to get good paying day jobs that then funded my dreams. So I would say that, number one. And then two, another controversial take. I know a lot of people also feel some type of way when I get to talking about this, but if you can, wait to have a family. I specifically do not have kids right now because I knew I wanted to put building my career and becoming financially stable first,
Nothing's
like
wrong with that, though.
before all of
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Nothing's wrong with
So
that.
yeah, so I would tell, girls who like 18, 19, 20, if you don't have a family yet, wait until you have become financially stable before you do that, because kids, as much as I love kids and I'm passionate about the youth, and one day I do want to become a mom, that is going to be a big burden, especially when you're young, if you're trying to scale up quickly.
Nothing wrong with trying to reach your goals first before you start a family, and you ain't saying nothing wrong. That's the way people supposed. That's the way we supposed to live, even though it don't go that way. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we supposed to do. So nothing wrong with what you say at all. So that's good. Yeah, that's what's
Thank
up.
you.
That's some good words right there. Yeah, it shows that your priorities are your education, and you basically telling the youth like you should be able to financially afford a child in this world. Be on your feet first, and I like that. I respect that for real, because I know ain't nobody really live by that. You know what I'm saying? But it's true though. That's how we supposed to be. You know, that's
Yeah,
what's up.
don't get me wrong, it's easier if you have like a family, or like you and like your baby daddy, or if you a man, your baby mama, like if you have a support system that could really pitch in with the child, then maybe that might look a little different, for that kind of person. But I know most of us don't have that. Most of us don't have somebody who can basically help raise the kid with us, where it's not so much work, especially as a woman. Like, so many single moms I know, like, they got primary custody of the kid, and they may probably not even getting child support, and then like they parents or they siblings not able to watch the kid as much as they thought they was, and now they just super stressed out. So I would say, if you can, push that off until you stable.
For sure. I totally respect that and I understand that for real. That's some good words because they ain't got no advice like that nowadays. They got pop it open. They got bop and shit.
I be telling
So
people, I tell people, I'm like, you cannot compare yourself to the city girls and Cardi B and them. Like,
oh
you cannot
brother,
compare yourself to them. You ain't got they type of money.
green. Oh my
Okay.
god. They funny as hell. But that was great though. That was an amazing word. Okay, well that was my last question. But before I wrap it up, I want to ask you: do you got any shout outs you want to make? Anybody out there you want to shout out? Go ahead, do your thing.
Well, I just want to shout out my friends, family, of course, my parents, God, the universe, anybody who has been a contributing supporter to me being able to accomplish what I've accomplished so far. I really appreciate y'all and love y'all down like forever. And I am curious though, like, I don't know if you usually do this on your podcast, but since you have asked me some questions, I'd love to just pick your brain about some stuff.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay. Well, I'm curious with you, being both an educator and a comedian. I already interviewed you on some of my publications, but you asked me like about my goals and what's next for me and all of that. I want to hear about that for you.
My my goal is to reverse roles. My goal is to make comedy my day job, education my part-time side hustle. I want to
Okay.
be the biggest comedian, I want to be the biggest comedian to come out of the city of Chicago. I wanna I wanna be on every poster, every flyer. I wanna sell out crowds. Like I really feel like I can make it, and that's what I'm aiming towards.
And honestly, I see you out here hustling, and I definitely could see that for you. And even when I was talking to you earlier on the phone, and I told you about how the interviews we published of you did better within the first 7 days than like a few other entertainers like that I would have expected to have performed better in terms of like readership, just like looking at like follower count and how long they've been in the game. But when I saw yours was surpassing theirs, I was like, oh, okay. So like what kind of tactics do you be using to, have your marketing so good?
I'm good at hashtagging, editing. I'm good at getting stuff out there. I go to every Facebook group. Yeah, yeah. Everybody should be tuning in. 'Cause I'm giving y'all the sauce. I go to every Facebook group. I go on Facebook groups and I add 30 comedy groups. I add 20 YouTube groups that do follow for follow, 20 Facebook groups, 20 Twitter groups, Instagram groups, and I get in there and I push everything that I'm anticipating on doing. I get in their groups and I post my links, I post my YouTubes, I post my interviews, and I drive traffic to all my social medias, whether it's Linktree or just YouTube. I drive traffic to all of my social medias, and at the end of the night, I look at the numbers and how they rose, and I say, okay, that's my new method. I'm posting my stuff to my Facebook groups. Yeah,
I love a good group promotion. That's a really good strategy.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I got to get my stuff out there somehow. Yeah, especially if it's a group. Let's say I click on a celebrity page. I see me in a
Yeah,
celebrity kind of thing group. I'm putting my stuff in there because I know they're gonna see it. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
smart.
Oh, yeah,
And then I
yeah.
guess go ahead.
I know how to manipulate the system.
And that's good. That's good that you didn't learn the tricks of the trade because it's clearly paying off. I'm curious, with you, and I don't know if this is like a unique uh angle for you, but with you coming from public education into comedy, to me, like I don't hear a lot of people who do that. So I'm curious, like, do you find that that's like a little not taboo, taboo's not the word I'm looking for, but did you feel any pressure to like maintain like a more clean cut image because you're an educator, or like how does that work for you?
Yeah, hell yeah. One thing I don't do is I just don't talk about my job. When I get on stage, I don't talk about nothing HIPAA related. 'Cause I know you know about HIPAA.
Yes.
Same thing with our job. I don't talk about nothing that's gonna break confidentiality. I don't talk about nothing that could get me in trouble. Um, I might talk about something years ago that don't nobody remember at another job. You know what I'm saying? But current job, stuff like that, oh, no, no. So I know how to word what I say. So I try to keep the job out of my comedy jokes.
I love that. That's smart. That's really smart. Cause same way with me, I don't talk about my day job like on social media or nothing like that. Like I
Mhm.
don't talk about it honestly because I'm like, I don't want nobody being like, Kaylin said such and such and
That
she worked,
happened before.
I just don't want to deal with
That
that.
happened before. I was at a comedy show. Uh, I was getting ready to get on stage, and the dude in front of me was talking about the job, and he actually was talking about the investigation. He was talking about the investigation,
Oh.
and he was mentioning names and people that worked in the at the building. I'm like, man, that's crazy as hell. Somebody gonna be waiting for him by his car. Chicago is small. You can't talk
Yeah.
about confidential matters like that in public. Man, crazy as hell. So from that day, I said, I'd never talk about the job. HR ain't gonna be looking for me.
And
Mm.
then, like, I guess my last question for you would be, like on the opposite end of professionalism, what kind of stuff you do for fun? Because I mean, comedians, y'all got to be funny all the time. What you do to relax?
Woo! I can't tell you on Facebook Live. I do a lot of heavy lifting. I be lifting some stuff. Yeah, yeah. But
I'll bet.
in my spare time, I'm not gonna lie. My spare time is comedy. When I got
Oh,
free time, I'm either on stage or doing a skit somewhere. So when I'm free, they take up my time. No, I ain't gonna say that. My only free time when I'm not doing no comedy, no school work, no work, is Sundays. Like right now, this is the only day where I don't do nothing pertaining to no work at all. But on like a Friday night or a Saturday morning or on a random Wednesday or Thursday, if I ain't got nothing to do, I'm getting on stage or somebody told me to come and do some skits. Yeah.
I love that. Look at you. Look at you. Well,
You can
since
still
today's
eat.
Sunday and it's Easter, I'm sure you want to be with your family. So I don't want to hold you if you didn't have nothing else.
Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm waiting for the food to get done now. The food should be done in just a second. So we making good time.
Oh, good, good. Look at y'all eating good. I didn't cook today and my family out of town. So me and my girl just gonna go to dinner and a movie. So I hope you enjoy
Oh,
that home cooking.
my bad. I ain't mean to rub it in. I ain't know you ain't have nothing to eat.
No, you
Uh,
fine.
okay, cool. You gotta visit me at one of my shows. You gotta slide on me.
I was gonna slide on you at the other one, but then it changed.
It definitely did. That was totally unexpected. But don't trip. I'm gonna have plenty more. I promise
But you know what? You be at Riddles. I see you be with Dee Dee. I don't know if you and Dee Dee related. For some reason, I thought y'all was brother and sister the way y'all be kicking it. Um,
you.
the open mic nights at Riddles, I be seeing you be there. And since Riddles near my house, I need to just slide to one of them.
Okay, that's cool. If you tell me you gonna come, I'll come. I'll put it like that because I don't go every week. Sometimes I be tired. But if you tell me you popping out, I'll make it my business to be there so you can see me.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to check the calendar. And I would love to be there a night where Dee Dee's there too, because I really like her. She's cool.
She
So if
told
I could see both of y'all in one night, that would be
me.
cool.
Definitely will. If I'm there, she most likely there too. Most
Okay,
definitely,
well,
most definitely.
we'll stay in touch so I can see you perform again.
All right, most definitely. That's a wrap for us. I really appreciate you for letting me interview you, Dr. Lauren.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem. Anytime. All right. Well, I'm about to check this video out. I know it's amazing. Oh, I can't wait to see how it looks. I can't wait to show you how it looks. All right.
I'm
That's it for us,
excited
y'all.
too.
Yes, ma'am. All right. That's it for us. Happy Easter, y'all. We over and out. All right. See y'all later.
Bye.